there at times to help us unlock
So I
things a
need
little
Kai
bit more.
back.
Maybe Kai, I'm sure when Jesus comes back, he'll get playing time. We have options. So eventually we will have options. Hopefully. But
Don't tempt me with Gabriel Jesus, man.
I know you're
I've got
gas.
agendas ready. You're gonna have to you're gonna have to get shot as well, man. It's not just you, Guna Lee, everybody. I'm on all of you lot. If you lot better pray Jesus don't bag. I've got so much shameless
I better pray. I mean, it happened last season.
Yeah, and then unfortunately,
I'm still here. I'm still alive.
If my man could just stay fit. No, but I think like you're kind of alluding to, yeah. For me, I don't know about anyone else, but this season, I can have my personal opinions about these players. They're good enough, they're not, but we've got a goal to reach. We've got a toolbox. Every one of these players are part of the tools. We're going to need to utilize everyone from the young G's who did well against Brighton all the way to the more experienced kind of players. And so far, so good in October. Like, we'll get onto it, but it's a bit mad that we haven't conceded. We've won all those games. Obviously, there's many twists and turns to come, but we're doing okay, man. Then you've got a question here. Do you think Mr. Hathaway, that's harsh, Trossard, will find for midway in the season? Because I genuinely don't know if I'm ready to let him go. I'm not going to lie, yeah. I think people disrespect Trossard. I genuinely think that. I understand the frustrations because him and Martinelli probably not starting quality, but they're two good squad players, especially Trossard. He's experienced, he can back goals, he's versatile. We need a squad. Like, where are you at with that question?
Trossard is just like the least of our problems. There's like these times where Trossard becomes, can you stop? Technically unreliable. He becomes technically unreliable at times where he just like will kick the ball out of bounds or like take a bad touch and you're like, damn, like what was that? But outside of that, he scores big clutch goals for us. He's usually fit. There's no problems with Trossard. I think with Trossard, it's just we get bored of things and we want a new trinket or, whatever. 100%. But if he was at another team, you guys would like him more. We just get annoyed with what we have. I love Trossard. Like, I don't have a problem with him.
So. Can't disagree with that. We got a question here. For both of you, what's your unpopular opinion and what's your hot take? Ladies first.
What's my hot take? I don't know. This is my unpopular opinion.
That's a good question, man. We're going to need 30 seconds to think still.
I need to think about this. I
I think I got one still.
Go.
We need a striker, we need an 8, and we need a 6.
What?
We need a striker, we need an 8, and we need a 6.
Okay.
That's my unpopular opinion. And why I think that? Because kind of obviously, if Harry Minanus takes his chance and does his thing, that's my other striker in the squad, isn't it? Like, if you could get a striker better than Gyökeres, not that I want to even engage in that great, but I think there is scope for another striker. I know you've got Marino, you've got Kai Havertz there. I'm a big fan of Declan Rice in that 8 role. I think we're missing a kind of tempo dictating 8. I think there is scope for a 6, even when you see how the season plays out. I know there's Norgard there and all of these things, but I'll be surprised in the next 2 years if I don't see these players arrive. Now, obviously, there's players that are part of the squad that, if they're going to be here, there's not necessarily a pathway or really an option to go and do that. But I'd say that's my unpopular opinion, if I'm honest with you. Hot take. Yeah, what's yours? No, you can't get away with this. What's your hot take?
I feel like my hot take is if Jesus wasn't injured, he'd be our best striker. Like, I feel like his injuries are just horrendous. But
is it the same Jess? Like, she's praising our Brazilian boys.
My only problem with him is the fact that he can't stay fit. I never had a problem with him not scoring goals because it didn't matter. He just made us so much better. I think he's the best striker at the club still.
I think he's the best left winger at the club. That's another hot take.
Yeah. And I feel like if he played, he would easily be one or two of our best attack. Like, his talent level is higher than like everyone but Saka, I feel.
I got another hot take. Don't shoot me, people, because I rate Gabriel Magalhaes.
What's happening here? Stop. What are you about to
yourself?
do?
No. He set himself high standards. And if I'm micromanaging, slightly he's been a bit dodgy defensively. Slightly. Newcastle comes to mind.
Said that.
His own role in the City game comes to mind. Like, if I have to nitpick, I think there's gears to go up for Magalhaes.
No. Gabriel?
Magalhaes, yeah, he's playing 10 out of 10, but you used to, if a man can't go from playing 100 out of 10 to 10 out of 10, I think there's gears to go up. I've been Gabriel Magalhaes. I can speak with this because I've been Magalhaes. I was Magalhaes FC before it was cool. When people were saying Pablo Mari's better, he's got Bozo gene, he's going to be the first to get phased out. I've actually even got a video on my YouTube channel saying, oh, why hasn't he got a chant? He's the most underrated. I went through the wars with Magalhaes and I continue to go through it. Even when the Brazilian fans were saying, oh, Bremer's better than him. So it's from a place of love, Magalhaes. It's always from a place of love, but it asks for unpopular opinions.
Okay, I have a hot take. My hot take is Christian Mosquera starts for every other Premier League team except Arsenal. He starts for everyone.
I might have to look at the you know what? That might not even be that unpopular, you know, because he off the bat, Chelsea starts.
It's not unpopular, it's a hot take.
Yeah, hot take, sorry, hot take.
Yeah, hot take.
Chelsea, does he start at Liverpool over Kanate? I'm gonna say yeah.
Right now, yeah. In this form, absolutely.
Right. All right. He obviously is at Arsenal in it, so irrelevant. Bournemouth, probably. Spurs, million. Sunderland, million. City, 100. United, 100. Liverpool?
Yeah, he starts over Kanate right now.
Fair. I'll back that. Aston Villa?
Yeah.
Obviously, Chelsea.
Yeah.
Big up Palace, but yeah.
You know what? Palace might be the only team.
Nah, he starts.
That's the only team that's like, to me, as secure as us with their center back pairing.
True.
Gahey and Lacroix are really good, but they play with the 3. He could actually replace Chris Richards. So yeah, keep going.
Brentford, yeah.
Yeah.
Newcastle, yeah. Brighton, yeah. Everton, 100. Yes, most definitely, and 100%. Fair enough. Chat, let us know.
That guy is so good. Like, I know he had like one little moment, but genuinely, Mosquera he's a disgusting signing. He's so good. 13 million for that.
Berta's going to get locked up for fraud. I'm telling you, Berta's not going to be at Arsenal for long. There's dodgy dealings. They're going to look into us because there's no how you managed to get him for 13 million. Valencia fans have to have been fuming. They have to have been fuming. What other unpopular takes have I got? People are exaggerating about Norgard yesterday, if I'm honest. That's one.
Oh, I have an unpopular opinion. I think Calafiori is a top 5 most talented player at Arsenal. When I say talent, pure talent, top 5.
Pure talent, like just
pure talent.
Top 5. Calafiori, big up Calafiori, but pure talent.
Yeah, pure talent. Yeah.
All right, Max Dowman, he's there for me. Saka's there for me. Eze's there for me. Remember we said pure talent, people. Gabriel Jesus is slide there. He might magic, you know.
A little tight. He's top 5. He's a top 5 most talented player at Arsenal. The talent is there. Like, the talent is there.
That's a good
question. If you put him up front, he could probably do a job. You put him on the wing, he could probably do it.
Don't give the gaffer ideas,
man. His technical quality at times is like very surprising. To me, he's top 5 talent, just pure talent.
Do you think you'll ever, like, obviously Magalhaes is there and whatnot, but do you think you'll ever get like a run or like simply put at some point just play left centre back?
Hopefully not.
Right? Why?
Because that would mean that something happened to Gabriel.
True. God forbid. God forbid.
But if it were to happen, would I be concerned if Calafiori had to go back there? No.
Do you think our bench is stronger than Chelsea starting 11 as well? I think that's a big claim still.
I feel like they just about shave it. But it could be a conversation. We could have a conversation about it for sure. It should not be, but it could be.
Hot take, last hot take. Mikel Merino, Kai Havertz, Gabriel Jesus, Trossard, and any kind of players that will divide opinion like that. There will be 3 or 4, 5 games in this season, no matter how it pans out. You might not look at them at that particular moment in these games, but these lot will play a big part into, you know, the games that make up the fabric, like the games that win or lose us a Premier League or a Champs or a League Cup and an FA Cup, etc. They're the ones that will do it. Like week in, week out, the Sakas, the Magalhaeses, the Timbers, they're the bread and butter. But I genuinely think it's those kind of players. Like if we're a goal down and it's 80 minutes on the clock, it's them kind of players that wrap it up for us, if I'm honest. So yeah, man said rare just W. She
Well,
has bare
yeah,
W's.
rare W. Let's go.
That's a hater still.
I
That's a
do have
hater.
rare
That's a hater.
W's. Yes. But yeah, I agree with that. I feel like if we win anything this season, it'll be because the entire squad played a role. I think it's a squad thing. We'll look back to the games that we played and, Martinelli scored. We'll look back to the games where Trossard scored. We'll look back. They'll all play a role. Nobody's not going to play a role. Max will play a role. Everyone will play a role. It's fine.
And last hot take as well, while we actually speak about Max Dowman. Max Dowman needs to be called up into the under-21s. Forget this 19 shit. Too cool. Just one cap in this international break, and then it's back to reality for Dowman, man. So that's that. Man said DG trying to be slick. Brother, if you go and watch all of my tactical analysis videos after every game, which I do watch twice, you can see receipts. It's not to say Magalhaes is bad. Like, go and look at it. Go and look at it. Go and look at his role.
I'm not in it. I don't co-sign.
Bro, I got receipts. I'm the biggest Gabriel Magalhaes fan on the planet. You lot can all be fans now, but you weren't here. You lot weren't here. That is Mikel Arteta's most important signing since he's been at this football club. I don't want to hear about Rice.
No, can I address something really quick? Because people are saying that I said on Judge Mo's show that Rice has been our best player this season, and that's not what I said. He asked me, if we win something this season, who do you think will have been the player of the season? And I said Declan Rice. I didn't say he is our player of the season right now. I said, well, if we win something.
Wait, say that again.
So he asked, if we win something, if we win the Premier League, who am I anticipating will be our player of the season? And I said Declan Rice. And then I went on to say that I feel like if we win anything, 3 players will have had fantastic player of the season like seasons. Gabriel, Rice, Saka. And then he went on to basically say that like he knows that Arsenal fans love Declan Rice, but he doesn't really see it. And I'm like, that's because what he does is not the things that people respect, but when they're not there, you know it. When Rice is not playing, we feel it. Like he scores huge goals for us. He's allows the Zubamendis and players like that to do their job. The amount of like defensive interventions and things like that, he allows for this defense also to be good. It's not
all
just
the midfielder for us, man.
Yeah. He's in like the 99th percentile for progressive passes for every, like he's so well-rounded. And I just think that if we win anything, he will have had a fantastic season, but he's just not the type of player that people get excited about because he doesn't do the aesthetic stuff. But Declan Rice is one of our best players. Like,
could argue he is our best player still.
Yeah. But yeah, and like his set pieces as well, he's key for that. If we do anything, Gabriel, Saka, and Declan Rice probably had fantastic seasons. I think they're that important to the team. They're top 4, top 5 most important players in this team.
1,000,000%. And you know what? We need the whole squad. 3 scenarios. If the manager won a double, including a major. Wait. 3 scenarios. If the manager won a double, including a major, missed the league by a point and lost in the Champions League final and won a domestic trophy and lost the league by 4 points. Reactions? I'm not going to lie. Do you understand what he's saying here?
3 scenarios. If the manager won a double, including a major, missed the league by a point and lost the Champions League. 3 scenarios: won a double, including a major, missed the league by a point and lost the Champions League final, and won a domestic trophy. Oh, okay. And lost the league by 4 points. Reactions. These are 3 different scenarios. If the manager won a double, including a major, that would be great. That's the ideal
scenario. So if he won the Champions League and like a FA Cup or a League Cup, but missed out on the league by a point.
I'm over the moon with that. If he
missed the league by a point
and lost the Champions League final, then I mean that he is one of the most unlucky managers I've ever seen. Like missed the league by a point and lost the Champions League final.
There'd be questions. There'd have to be questions.
Yeah, for sure. And that would be one of those scenarios where people, I think, would be saying, like, can you sack a manager that got to a Champions League final? It's giving that, and I don't want to be a part of those conversations. I really hope we avoid that this season for sure.
Even me, like, that would be harsh, innit? Like, and, Jess is kind of like myself, and obviously you lot in the chat, because you're obviously here, you like the balanced chatter. Of course, there's nuances, there's talking points, there's, you know, it is harsh if a man misses out on the league by a point and loses the Champions League final. And those, you can kind of make sense of it. And I can understand persisting and not doing the sacking thing. But then a part of me would say, you know what? I hear that. My heart bleeds for you. But then when I look at the bottom line and all those kind of things, it's like, you didn't get over the line, because that's the one thing with Arteta in this team. We're a good team. He's a good manager. It's now about, simply put, becoming a great manager and a great team. And you need silverware. We've got all the statistics, all the competitiveness, everything is there. You know, there's a lot. You can't say he's a dead manager or we're a dead team, but we need to be doing this now. So I still think there'd have to be a conversation, man. There'd have to be a conversation. It's techie though. And hopefully we ain't got to consider that. We just win shit.
Agreed. I'm trying to think that way, that we're not going to have that scenario because we just win. So right now, I still consider us the best team to have never won the league. Like, this team should have been won by now. We're overdue. It's time.
Liverpool could claim Liverpool in recent years. Well, in their heyday when they were fighting with City, they could claim a couple years.
But they did win.
Where they got 90 points.
They eventually won though. Like,
true.
That core group actually won. Like, nobody that's been as good as us has not won. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, usually,
yeah, no, I hear that.
We have to.
We have to do it this year. We're definitely. I don't know how you feel, but I will say we are definitely winning a trophy this year. I would love it to be the champs and the Premier League, if not either one. Mm-hmm. I just know there's 4 opportunities. We need to do this thing in it. So I want to ask you this as well. Like, before I ask you about Brighton, how do you look at the League Cup? Like, how do you look at it? Like, are you one of them? Because when I was doing a watch along, there were people saying, yeah, I'd like to win it and I want to win today, but I'm not really fast. Then there's a whole trophy's a trophy. Me, I just want to win everything. It's more games. It's a chance to win a trophy mid-season and all momentum and that. But how do you look at the League Cup?
I look at it like a trophy that we should be trying to win. You know, I think too much mental gymnastics over the last couple of seasons about domestic trophies and, you know, we have bigger fish to fry and all this type of stuff. Honestly, we should be able to prioritize the Champions League and the Premier League and still do really well in these competitions. Our squad is deep enough. We have enough talent. Our manager is good enough. And the way that we've gone out of domestic cups in the last couple of seasons has been a negative for me. It's been something that I feel like we should do better, you know? So yeah, I think it's the first thing on offer, and it would not hurt for us to, like, what would be a bigger confidence boost than to win the first trophy on offer and then go into the second half of the season and win the Prem.
For a team that ain't won nothing together, realistically, let's just be honest.
We act like we're too good for stuff sometimes, and I'm like, we don't have we're too good for Carabao. We don't have that. You know, we should
especially try to win everything. Seriously, I won it bare times.
Yeah, and to me, like, this is, you know, the way that we beat Brighton. I know we'll get into like the nitty-gritty of it, but it wasn't perfect or smooth sailing, but that's how it should be. We shouldn't have to necessarily risk any of our best players and still get through relatively unscathed. Next round, obviously we play Crystal Palace. It's much harder to me opposition.
You can't escape these guys, man. Like,
yeah, and they'll want to get their lick back and all that kind of stuff. But at the same time, it's like, that's still a good draw, you know, so we should still be trying to get through. I would love any domestic trophy. I'm not too good for anything.
Silverware, man. Like, I'm screaming double. I think a part of me thinks Premier League and one of the domestic cups, man. Like, do you think it's 1 trophy or 2 trophies this season? Because I think we could claim. I think we're definitely getting 1. I think, boys, there's 2 on offer at the very minimum. The Champions League is the one I'm like, whoa. The other 3, bring it home.
Probably 2. I could see domestic and a
yeah, but do you believe that we could get 2? You said hopefully. Like,
no, I believe.
You believe?
No, I believe. One of my last videos was, this is our year. Like, I genuinely feel like this is it. Like, this is our year to win something big. So yeah. And for Marco, you said that we can't take a Carabao Cup seriously. If you can take the Club World Cup seriously, I'm taking the Carabao Cup seriously.
Brother, it's silverware because that's one thing that pisses me off about this thing because last season when Newcastle, when Crystal Palace, when teams abroad were ending, like, it felt like last season was the year of the underdog apart from us. Like, everybody up and down this country and whatnot, they were winning trophies in it. What were people saying? Oh, this team won one. A trophy's a trophy. I'd rather this than top 4. I can't take the mental gymnastics. So if we win silverware, what you need to keep the same energy you was in May. Now, granted, we do have higher ambitions than the Prem. I mean, than the League Cup. We want the Prem, we want the champs. But if you're in it, you need to win it. And maybe I've got a lot of vengeance in my heart, but we lost to the eventual winners last season and we got to the semi-final. So semi-finals at a minimum, / we need to get to the final and win it. It's a confidence boost. The young players, obviously, you know, it kind of like shows the maturity. That's a big reason as to why I think we're going to win something. I think we did have maturity last season, but it just feels like there's a level of maturity, especially when we've played these bogey teams and actually won. That's another side note before I ask you specifics about Brighton. How do you feel about us defeating our bogey teams? What's that? Newcastle, Palace, West Ham, Brighton. There might be one I'm missing out.
Fulham, yeah. Well, that's when we got to that like little run where I was like, okay, we're gonna play Fulham and Crystal Palace back to back, and then we're gonna play Brighton. That's gonna tell me a lot because these teams tend to take points off of us unnecessarily. Crystal Palace, it's Fulham, like all of a sudden became a bogey team out of nowhere, and I'm just like, how?
Man. And Fabio Vieira.
No, but even before Kivior got here, be honest. Yeah,
Fabio Vieira.
In the beginning of 23-24, we chucked it in the back of our own net in the first 8 seconds. I had not even sat in my seat yet. I sat out in the rain and watched us draw that effing game. So yeah, like Fulham out of nowhere. I think it is showing maturity to just make those games almost like boring wins. We don't really care what it is, 1-0. Just get out of there with the 3 points. Doesn't need to be anything stressful whatsoever. Beating Newcastle was a big one as well. Going to St. James, we need to get out of there with the win. This feels like a better version of 23-24, where 23-24, we weren't scoring a lot of goals at the beginning, but we weren't conceding a lot. And we were solid in getting results, but we messed up in December and then needed Dubai. If we don't need Dubai and we can put together a run like we did at the back end of 23-24, we can win the league. The only reason why we didn't win the league that season was because we needed Dubai, because we messed up in the middle and lost 3 games in a row. As long as we don't do that,
we came back with bare injuries last time. We don't need to go there this December, January.
Yeah, whatever. I mean, and that was before we had the depth as well. That's what we were playing Kai Havertz in midfield. It was just a different vibe altogether. We didn't have Zubi. And we finished 2 points off the top. And we lost to the treble winners. Like, we can win the league. We can win. We just don't have the hiccup. Now, the other bogey team that needs to get dealt with this season is Aston Villa. Home and away, baby.
I ain't scared of no Aston Villa, man. Emre knows, Emre knows that he need to allow us this time. It's our time. This is credit to him for doing what he did against Liverpool.
Free us.
Like, I want to ask you as well, like, does this seem real? Obviously, there's a couple of games that haven't been here, but we ain't conceded. We've won all the games in all the comps. There has been injuries. We're still waiting for our attack to click. We showed a level of maturity, I feel, in that, okay, low block, set pieces. Let's just get our goal and defend very well. We're finding solutions around teams, like not opening up. I don't know why everybody wants us to turn this into a basketball match for their entertainment, but like Arteta and the boys surely deserve a lot of credit. And it ain't sunk in. We ain't won nothing in October, but it ain't sunk in for me. Just like looking at this graphic on screen, it's a madness. It's an absolute madness.
We know we can do this though, because we felt it at the back end of 23-24. We know we can do this. This is still better because we're not even conceding shots on goal. Like at all, but we know we can be serious when we want to. We just have to lock in, and we just feel a lot more locked in. This has been a really good run for us. I just hope we continue, and like you said before, after Man City, it feels like we're creating more chances at times as well. It's not like it's just set pieces. Like we are creating some chances. If we're clinical, that's another story, but this is absurd. This is absurd. And there's been different players plopped in there. Mascara's played some of them games. We've had different players back there. And it's looking good. So, yeah, I'm loving it. But this defense is... Do you think we're going to beat Chelsea's record?
No.
No, you don't?
No. Come on.
Why?
How? In the modern day? It's not to discredit my boys. How? Like, I understand the current trajectory and all these things, but I think it's just like in England being invincible the same way with that record. I don't think it's feasible with the amount of games, with the amount of respect. Take nothing away from Chelsea and Jose, but come on, man, the bigger teams were up here, the smaller teams, yeah, there'll be shock results. You can move to them. Now you've got Crystal Palace can move to anybody. Bournemouth can move to anybody. You know, Sunderland, we saw what they did against Chelsea. Them times there, that's never happening.
We're not Chelsea.
We're not Chelsea, but like, I get it. But 15 goals for the whole campaign. We're to be
third through, and we've conceded 3. We're third through the season.
14, 15 goals, Jess. 14, 15 goals. So you believe we can do it? I hope you're right. But 14, 15 goals. 8, 9 games played. 20 odd to go. Really? And that's on paper. There might be injuries. There might be a bad day at the office.
Okay.
And then look at this.
Like, okay.
You know what? Kind of nasty. I mean, if we don't concede in these 4 games, Sunderland based on their form.
Yeah. I mean, Burnley, oddly enough, will probably score a goal against.
Probably, innit? Well, do you want to? Maybe you know what, Ryan needs it because we're starting to lose our focus a bit, lads. Like, I know Ryan's been a passenger, but
he wanted to be involved against Atletico Madrid. That's what he was doing. He was like, I want to get involved, and then he just threw it away.
My heart dropped when he done that. Do you know how much my heart dropped? Julian Alvarez tried to finish me. How do you feel about this run though? Because for me, I'm not gonna say I'm more scared about the run of games, including Burnley, that we're about to come out of, But I think naturally, you're like all of our bias, we're going to be drawn towards, oh my God, Sunderland's form is well, not even Sunderland, don't count, but Sunderland's form is a madness. North London derby, Bayern Munich, Chelsea, and I think you got Brentford in these games. The casual football fan will probably think, oh, that's where Arsenal could mess up. For me, I was more looking at the games that we're kind of coming out of now. So like we mentioned, all the bogey teams, because obviously on paper, that's where we kind of F it up. But where are you at with it?
I'm really not looking forward to that little nasty week. 2 London derbies, 1 against the scum. The only game I'm excited about is that Bayern game.
We're thumping them up.
That's it. Like, I want to see, but I am just trying to enjoy this little run before, because it's going to get dark right then. Not from a perspective of we're going to lose them games, but it's just going to be nerve-wracking. But yeah, I think, that's just what we have to do. If we want to win stuff, we're going to have to go through runs like this and come out unscathed. We had a really difficult start of the season. And after the Man City game, all was lost. And now look at where we are. So I think it's a matter of, locking in, doing as good as you can, but also remembering that all is not lost if it's not perfection. I don't think we come through that run unscathed.
Jets are trying to give logic to Arsenal fans. You know, when the first draw or loss, or even shots on target, shout to Arteta, man are going to start crying. A week's a long time in football. We've had 8, 9
we're
weeks.
Beating Tottenham. I'll say that for sure.
We're smacking Tottenham. Like, that's, I'm not looking at that. Slavia Prague's a tougher game, man. Fuck Spurs. They can move to Thomas the Frank engine and that. Get out of here. Xavi Simons. They're shit. They are shit.
We're definitely beating Tottenham. The Bayern game is going to be a fun one. I'm hoping that we beat them. The Chelsea one is the one where I'm like,
last 2 years we've messed about at Stamford Bridge, man.
I don't like how that's a cup final for them. They're already talking about it like, I can't wait till November 30th. It's going to be such a big game. It's your cup final. It's not our cup final. Like, I know you haven't beat us since 2019, but that's not our cup final. That's your cup final. But you just know that it's going to be a bloodbath. So I
just want to know if Cole Palmer will turn up, or is he going to, call in sick again? He always runs from the
Have we ever played against Cole Palmer? I feel like he's missed every game that we've played against them since he's been there. I don't remember him ever being on the pitch.
I feel like he was there when. Do you remember the penalty thing with Saliba? And I think Rice scored that cracker. I think he was there. He's run away from the ground ever since.
For the penalty.
Yeah.
He was there. But yeah, at Stamford Bridge, we haven't been at our best. So we'll see. But the first 2, I'm excited for that Bayern Munich game, and we're beating Tottenham. Everything else is that should be win, beat Burnley, beat Slavia Prague, beat Sunderland. It should be.
Somebody in the comments asked, do you think Eze is getting dropped for Burnley?
Because he played the whole game? almost the whole game and started against Brighton. Potentially, I thought maybe he'll go back to Marino. I don't know. Yeah, but we'll see.
Everyone's fit. Big Gabby needs a rest. Who are you playing left centre back? Calafiori, Hincapie, or a right-footed Mascara? Calafiori for me. Take it away, Jess.
Oh, Calafiori.
But you just said don't play him centre half.
Who?
You. I'm sure you said earlier Calafiori centre half's a myth for you.
No, I said you asked me if
I stand corrected then.
Gabriel wasn't there, would I feel okay with Calafiori being there? And I said, yeah, I have the utmost trust in him. I just don't want it to happen because that means that something happened to Gabriel.
Oh yeah, I hear that. For me, maybe this is going back about wild take and things like that, and I understand football is a simple game. My first bias would be to move Saliba to the left-hand side, but I think what I see, and I know it's different with France. Exactly, this is what I'm saying. It looks a bit spooky, if I'm honest with you. But if you are going to play Mascara in him, I would prefer. Well, Mascara could do it, but I would prefer to put Saliba over there because he's not much older than him, but you have to be the big brother.
I need the left footer on the left side. I'm
really going Hincapie.
Well, I like Hincapie, but I kind of like having taller center backs, so I don't know. But
oh, come on, Jess, he could do this, man. He's South American.
He can.
Got the madness of Calafiori and well, they're both mad. You might be right because they're mad. They're both kind of mad on that left hand side. But I'll go Hincapie. I like Calafiori at left back. I need a bit more maturity, tiny bit. You would do it, and I wouldn't cry, but I need a tiny bit more maturity from you, Calafiori, before I fully trust you as a centre half. Don't get twisted. We can do it in games, but I prefer
him there. The only thing with Calafiori that would be a slight concern, Arteta did speak about, is his center backs needing to be fast. And there's a reason for that. Calafiori out of the three is the slowest. So if you wanted to go with the speed out of Mascara, Hincapie, and Calafiori, he's by far the slowest. Like, if you get past him, you're past Cala. He's slower.
Probably still.
And Mascara is lightning quick, so maybe you just go with Mascara and Saliba.
He's so good. Of course, we would rotate against Slavia, or I would. I thought that would, to be honest, Arteta's lineup took me by surprise yesterday, obviously because of the young players. I thought the Slavia game would be like where the rotation comes from. But then maybe I'm chatting shit because obviously we've got Bayern after that. It's a bit of an insurance policy. You get enough, assuming, because Slavia's not going to be easy. We grab those 3 points. You want to beat Bayern. You want to win every game, but you take a draw, you're maneuvering through and whatnot. So I'm kind of here for that, really. Let's talk Brighton, man. Talk to me. These lot have heard my thoughts.
I mean, it was like exactly what you kind of expect when we do so many rotations, and there's a lot of players that don't really play together. It was kind of roughish in the first half, and I think Brighton probably look back at those chances and think they should have scored.
Yeah, they should have taken
them. It is what it is. Max was probably the biggest bright spot in the game outside of Hincapie because we haven't really seen Hincapie. So it's
I think Ben White and Mascara did their thing as well.
I did, but you kind of know what you're getting with them. I think Hincapie was more of a surprise because we haven't really seen him so far, but that doesn't mean that I thought Mascara was brilliant. I think Ben also a step forward with fitness and all that. But yeah, Max is just, we know he's a fantastic player, young player. And I like that he just wants to delete players. That's all he really cares about is embarrassing people. Why not? So yeah, I thought he was really good. And I want to see more from him. And it was just what we needed. I think we go out of that a couple years ago if we had to rotate. Remember, we've done that before against West Ham and Nottingham Forest, I feel or something like that. Years
very
ago.
easily, it could have been Brighton. Very easily.
Yeah.
Do you think that's Arsenal fans got to get over the PTSD now as well?
I will get over the PTSD when I have the trophy in my hand.
I've got.
I am very much so. I'm traumatized. I am. I go into every single game is it going to be like before? That's, I'm.
We might need therapy.
I'm shook, but that was a good step forward because we have not been good in these competitions at these stages at some points. We've gone outside at times, but yeah, I thought Max Dowman was Max Dowman, he still needs to, he's one of those that's like, obviously he'll get used to it, but just like release the ball sometimes, like just
Those
do
little
your
minor
thing, take the
things, yeah.
shot or make the
I think he's
pass.
learning that though.
Yeah. But yeah, I thought he was good. You know, what did you think? It was just like a whatever game to me. I'm not gonna lie. Like it was like
first thing I would say, since you asked me a question, Jess, you disappointed me because you said nothing about Wanyeri good or bad. But I agree with what you said. I think Max Dowman, I do think we're gassing up the performance a bit, but it was, you know, he was head and shoulders above everyone. He's sitting defenders down on their arse. For me, it was a bit of a learning curve for him because couple times like they were just getting tight to him, clamping him, and obviously for him to go in the senior game, you have to learn to expect that, learn how to change your game. I think one thing I've seen since he's been exposed to the first team environment